Has Trump only been back in office for 1 year? It feels longer. But here's that year by the numbers.
Everyone's been shocked by the numbers.
Less than 1%. That's how much of the Epstein files Trump's Justice Department has released, according to their own estimates, even though they were legally required to release all of it by December 19th.
They're asking me questions about Jeffrey Epstein. I thought that was finished.
1,500. The number of times Trump's name appears in the first major dump of Epstein documents released by Congress. 550 Epstein file pages in the initial Justice Department release that were completely redacted. That is, the whole page blacked out. At least 36. The number of people who've lost their lives at the hands of Trump's immigration enforcement agents. More than 170 American citizens abducted by ICE. At least 3 American children deported without due process, including a 4-year-old with stage 4 cancer. 7 countries Trump has bombed. 2 countries Trump claims to be president of. Yes, on social media, he actually declared himself acting president of Venezuela. 10 territories Trump has suggested he might invade and or take over.
President Trump today threatened to intervene in Iran.
The U.S. will take over the Gaza Strip.
We're talking about your desire to claim Canada, Greenland.
You forgot the Panama Canal.
Could be.
We're going to be talking about Syria, too.
You have to do something with Mexico.
Cuba is going to be something we'll end up talking about.
Colombia is very sick, run by a sick man, and he's not going to be doing it very long.
8 wars Trump claims he's stopped.
I settled 8 wars, big ones.
0, the number of actual wars that Trump has brought an actual end to. 20 million, the Americans who saw their health insurance premiums skyrocket because of Trump and Republicans nixing the Affordable Care Act tax credits. $44 billion in losses American farmers are facing due to Trump's tariffs. 400 million, the new estimate for how much Trump's ballroom will cost. 3.4 billion, how much the Trump family has profited off the presidency since he returned to office, according to analysis by The New Yorker. 90 days spent at Trump golf properties. 126 million, the estimated cost to taxpayers for those golf trips. Roughly 2,000 times Trump has complained about President Biden.
Because of Sleepy Joe Biden. This is Biden's economy.
A New York Times analysis from March found Trump was saying Biden's name an average of more than 6 times per day.
Biden, 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 Sleepy Joe Biden.
At least 15 major performances canceled at the Kennedy Center after Trump's cronies vandalized the building by illegally adding Trump's name to it. $2 trillion. The tax break Trump's big ugly bill gives to the richest Americans. $1 trillion, how much it cuts from food stamps. At least 13 billionaires serving in Trump's administration during the first year. 3 dementia tests that Trump brags he aced.
I did something no other president's ever done. I've taken now 3 cognitive tests.
That's a weird way for Trump to announce that his doctors thought he needed 3 dementia tests. 5 blue states that Trump tried to cut off federal funds to over unsubstantiated claims of fraud. 9 red states that Trump pressured to gerrymander their congressional maps off-cycle to try to rig the midterms. 6 vaccines the CDC has stopped recommending for children. More than 2,000 measles cases, the highest number in decades. About 300,000 federal jobs cut. $2 trillion, how much DOGE promised to save American taxpayers. $135 billion. Instead of saving taxpayers money, that's how much one analysis finds that DOGE's chaos cost us. And that's not even including the long-term damages. 0. Despite claims that it was rooting out fraud, that's the number of criminal fraud prosecutions resulting from DOGE's work. $6 billion cut from NIH medical research into curing cancer, Alzheimer's, and other diseases. 2020. the election Trump still will not stop talking about.
The election was rigged. The election was rigged. The election was rigged. It was so rigged. The rigged election. This election was so crooked. They say we lost the election. The fake election.
They screwed me on the second election.
They were cheating. You could see it go. Here we are. Pwah. Pwah. The election was rigged. The election was rigged. We won 3 times in a row, just so you understand. I won Minnesota 3 times and I didn't get credit for it. I would have won California. I would have won New York. We won 3 in a row. We had the rigged election. It was a rigged election.
About 1,600 pardons or commutations for the violent criminals who attacked America and brutalized police in the deadly January 6th attack. 36% Trump's approval rating, the lowest end-of-first-year rating for any president in at least half a century. 1,095. How many days we have left of Trump, if he is able to complete his term, and if he complies with the Constitution and leaves office at the end of his term. I'm Alan Piper at apiper13 and Piperama. Follow Courier Newsroom for the info you need to get through the next 1,095 days.